Hey BookTube, it's Relly here. I thought since it was so close to the holidays that I would do a video about some of the best picture books that we've ever received as gifts. All the ones I'm going to show you, my older son, who's 3.5, actually received. My younger one hasn't really received any books of his own as of yet, but I'm sure there will be more and I can do a follow-up video in a couple months. All these books, except for one, were given to my son by one of my good friends. He always gives books as gifts, and I think it's awesome. I think every kid needs to have that person in their life who brings books to them and gives them a love of reading. And I guess if you're watching or you're a booktuber yourself, you're probably that person in any kid's lives that you know. I'm really glad that my son has more than one person who does that in his life, but this particular friend always picks out awesome books that myself and my husband enjoy too, so for that we're really thankful. So I'm going to start in no particular order and just show you some of the best picture books that my older son has received. Keep in mind that quite a few of these did have paper dust jackets on them, but when my kids receive books I tend to just take the dust jackets off and recycle them because I know they're going to get destroyed like immediately. Luckily my son has been really good with his books, and it's not that he's like intentionally destroying them or even by accident. It's more so when we were leaving the dust jackets on, it was just like putting them in the shelves. Every time you put it in, if it was hanging down just a little bit, like the corners would get crumpled and stuff like that. Not that my kids are destructive with their books. So the first one I'm going to show you, this is The Busy Beaver by Nicholas Oldland. The book was one of the first ones that my son received when he was really little. So it's basically about a beaver, if you didn't grasp that from the title, and it's just about some mistakes that he makes and how he goes about rectifying it, like apologizing to his friends, etc. I love the illustrations in this book, and I like that there isn't too much wording, so it's a good bedtime story. You don't have to lay down and read for half an hour to get your kids to bed. And this was my son's favorite book for so long, I can't even begin to tell you. So that's one of our favorites for sure. Bear in Underwear by Todd Doodler. Whether that's his real name or not, I'm not too sure. Anyway, in contrast to the first book, there's no moral of this story. It's just hilarious and awesome. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the tighty whitey underwear on the front, yeah, they're fabric. They feel like tighty whities. So basically, this book is about a bear who stumbles upon a backpack and is basically peer pressured by his friends to open said backpack. And when he does, he finds it is full of, you guessed it, underwear. Hilarious. Spoiler alert, by the end of the book, all his friends find a pair of underwear in the bag that they like. Good times. Next book I'm going to show you is The Dark by Lemony Snicket. This book is awesome. The illustrations are really, I want to say vintage, I guess. That's what those illustrations look like, and it's all about this little boy who's afraid of the dark and how he overcomes his fear of the dark. My son is terrified of the dark, so we like to read this one to remind him that there's not really anything to be scared of. So this one has a great moral to it, if that's something that you're looking for. Oh, the next book I'm going to show you is called If You Hold a Seed. It's by Ellie McKay. This book is really great for anyone who may live in a more natural, organic sort of way. Not that it's not great for other people, because in this house we certainly are not really natural or organic. I mean, I cloth diaper my youngest son, but that's about as far as it goes. And the book is about planting a seed and how it grows over time and how it grows with the boy in the story. It's really, really beautiful, and the illustrations are really beautiful. And the friend that gave this to us, they're very natural. They have a vegetable garden in the back and everything, so it was really appropriate that it came from them. And this one, my son could actually recite while we were reading, after reading it a couple times. So obviously he really enjoyed it as well. And last but not least, this is my favorite picture book that my boys have ever been given. It did have a really, really beautiful dust jacket on it, and that's one of the only ones that I've actually made the effort to keep because it's so gorgeous. Maybe gorgeous isn't the right word. It's so fun and funky and colorful, and I just adore it. But underneath was a completely different illustration that is also super fun and funky, and it's just, I love it. So this book is called Beagle and is by Dan Santat, and basically the illustrations will have you hooked by the time you open the first page. It just is awesome. It's so colorful and fun, and I don't know, it's just, I love it. I absolutely love this picture book. And it's about someone's imaginary friend and how the imaginary friend and that person, that child, come to meet and be together. It's really, really cute. Despite the illustrations, it is a really, really cute story. But that's definitely our favorite, and I think everyone should go buy Beagle. So those are 5 of my favorite picture books that the boys have ever received as gifts. Although we've moved on to early readers, which is what we read 95% of the time now with my son, he still every so often likes to come back to a picture book. And now that my younger son is getting a little bit older, he is really going to start enjoying picture books soon as well. So I'm excited to go back to some of these books that we haven't been reading for the past couple months, and especially these ones that we love so much in this house. All of these can be purchased at Chapters Indigo in Canada, and probably in the US too. I think you guys have Indigo, right? And I meant to check before I filmed this and I totally forgot, but I'm pretty sure you can probably get them all on Amazon as well. So those are some of our favorite picture books. I would love to hear what picture books your family enjoys, and I'd love to hear if you've read any of these and if you like them as much as we did. So please comment down below or film a picture book video and let me know that that you did, and I'll come check it out. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. I hope everyone has a really great holiday, and I will see you soon. Bye.